Hello everybody and welcome back. This video here we're going to review some Greenlight. Alright, first one up here we're going to take a look at is going to be the Greenlight Hitch and Tow. Now I can't confirm that these vehicles necessarily correspond with the trailers. I bought these secondhand, so we got the Nissan BF Goodrich. Very nice detail work on these. Bought a pretty, I don't know, there's quite a few pieces to this collection, so we'll definitely check them all out. These are all metal with rubber tires, as Greenlight typically has. No opening parts on these, on this particular model. This is 4,541. Trailers, this is mostly what I like, the trailers. They got just a ton of detailing. This one here is the display trailer, so you could have your show car in here and whatnot. This was, one of these trailers was from the graveyard show that they did. They actually have one of these type of trailers on their show. But definitely nice detailing. Get the little hitch there to hold up the, or the little piece there to hold up the trailer when it sits, so it sits level. These are so metal top and sides. Obviously these here are just plexiglass windows, but it's mostly an all metal casting, and of course rubber tires. It does have opening rear. We'll crack this open here. It does have opening there, so you can put your car in there to display it. It's kind of neat. But the trailers and all that stuff, that's what I enjoy the most. Up next we got BullyDog. This truck here actually I've been trying to get and I haven't been able to find this, so it was pretty sweet to be able to get that in this small little haul I got of Greenlight. But it's the Ram 3500. Just absolutely stunning graphics here with the Bulldog. They do quite a good job showing off what the truck would look like in a 1:1 scale. This one does have a broken mirror. These were unfortunately packed all in a box, so not the best way to do it because things like this will break. I do have the mirror which I can glue back on, but again, no opening parts. This one here, on their large stuff, they started doing plastic bases. So on the smaller scale, they do a metal base, but on their like big dualies and their other utility trucks, they started doing a plastic base, which isn't the end of the world, but I mean, they still hold the same value. But I guess you're getting more metal in the larger casting. But very nice truck, nicely detailed. And we got the dump trailer. Very cool, very heavy, all metal. Even the spare tire is rubber. But very nice. So these doors, so this is all metal, but these doors are plastic. And it does offer a dump feature. So that is pretty cool. You can set it up with that feature, and you can simply remove it to have that. So if you wanted to display this with like the dump trailer, for instance, like up in the air on your truck, you can do it. And up next we got another dually pickup truck. This one here is going to be a Ford. Last one we saw was a Dodge 3500. Not as much detailing with graphics, but this is basically what it looked like from stock. It's the Ford Super Duty. But the level of detailing that these guys put into their models is quite amazing. And their price point's not terrible for what you're getting. Now this is an earlier release. Like I said, on the previous one you saw that it had a plastic base. This one has a metal base. Their early release ones had the metal bases, and then they changed them to be a plastic base later on. So obviously just to cut costs, I'm guessing, but it was pretty nice because even these running boards that are incorporated are metal. So it's a very, this is a very heavy casting, but just tons of detailing. This one here just has a flatbed trailer, fairly basic. Of course, rubber tires. This one's got a flat tire by the looks of it. Normally with this stuff you can, all the rubber tires, I mean, you're going to get ones that are a bit off, but nice little flatbed trailer. Even got all the reflectors and lights down the sides. Pretty cool. Alright, up next we got the NYC Parks Enforcement. Very cool. Now somebody has went and swapped the tires out on this. Possibly, I'm assuming that this Michelin, obviously because that has the Michelin. I'll have to look it up. I have one of these Michelin trucks still in the packaging. I think those tires are off of there, so somebody had swapped them. But very cool, nicely detailed. This one here is a all metal casting, 4,257, 2015 Ford Explorer. Again, no opening parts. Most of their stuff doesn't. The only thing I would say they lacked on, and they have been doing this almost on all of them, is their light bar. I mean, it's just a clear piece of plastic. I mean, you go to all the lengths of all the detailing on the rest of the vehicle, and then you do that. But, little tiny trailer. Very cool. You got the City of New York. Very cool. This trailer here is all plastic except for this base. So everything is plastic. Does have an opening tailgate. To get the little screwdriver. These things are so tiny. So it does have a opening. I don't know really what you'd fit in there, but it's pretty cool. Rubber tires, but yeah, it is a actually, you don't know what? That's actually all plastic. Yeah, that's a plastic base as well. I don't think there's anything metal on that trailer, which is pretty unusual, but it could be the fact that this one here actually probably came as a kit. Next we got the Michelin from the Hitch and Tow. This is actually the complete set that you would get. You could get these as just the trailer and the truck, or the car as well, which obviously you paid a little bit more for. We'll start with the car, which, like I said, I believe should have the Michelin tires on it, but pretty sweet graphics. The Michelin man. Headlights are all detailed. Look at the guy on the hood. But pretty nice. The level of detailing that Greenlight does. You got even the Dodge on the rear tail lights is pretty impressive. And this is an all metal casting as well, which is a 2017 Dodge Charger Hellcat. Very cool. You got this is a Dodge Ram 2500 truck. So again, no opening parts, but nicely detailed. I don't know if these tires are original. I'll have to look that up. They look to be a bit large for them, but it could be. The 4-door version. Very cool. This is quite a heavy truck too. This one here actually has it's a 2017 Ram 2500, but it's only number 38 off the assembly line. That's pretty low. And then the trailer, car hauling trailer, which obviously is designed for you to put the car in the back. But I just love the Michelin guy logo. It's pretty cool. Got the air vent on the top. Pretty sweet little casting. This one here does have a metal base. Typically, this is all plastic. It might just be because that trailer's so small. But dual rubber tires again. This one has a bit of a blown tire there. But yeah, pretty cool little set. I have these new in the package, but I'll let someone else crack them open. Alright, up next we got camper. This one here is actually pretty cool. We'll review the truck first. So again, you got a Ford F-150 here. Very nice, except for it's in red. I don't prefer red. Nicely detailed though. Even has the camera could focus there. Wrangler, I think it is. Or Goodyear, sorry. Tires. All metal casting. Very, very nice. This one has quite big tires on it too, so. But nice little truck. And then we got the trailer. So neat little pop-up camper, but nicely detailed. I love how they put all the vents and everything on there. Got the propane tank on the front. Very cool. This is pretty much an all-metal casting here. Rubber tires, but it does have a removable top, which is pretty cool. That's all metal. With a nicely detailed camper. You got the little kitchen area, you got your seating, beds. It's pretty sweet. Something like this, just in this size of scale, is pretty awesome to see. And then they went ahead and they made this piece here to actually show off the pop-up portion of it. So just a plastic canopy piece. Very cool. And the way that works, basically there's pins, line up the pins to their into their holes, and then top goes on, and you attach it onto your truck. I mean, I wouldn't recommend driving with it popped up like that. This one here was missing the hitch, or like the little piece that holds up the trailer. I do have it, but it's in a baggie somewhere. But I personally think that's a pretty sweet little trailer. Now we got a couple more trailers to go, and then we'll move on to a few other pieces. So this guy here, it's I don't know which this one is. Is this a Ford? 2015 Ford F-150. I do like the color on this one actually. It's kind of different. Of course, detailed rear light, even the mirror painted. Very, very nice. Again, no opening parts. It would be nice to have opening hoods or at least tailgates or something, but of course it adds to the cost. But overall, really, really nice casting. This one's 10,098, so it goes to show you the numbers that these are mass produced in. And then we got the trailer. Pretty basic drive-on trailer, but got the pretty cool textured wood grain. Obviously plastic. The base is all metal and plastic fenders, rubber tires, but pretty cool. Just I don't know, something about the trailers and stuff like that. I quite enjoy collecting that stuff. All right, one more trailer. The whoever had these liked a lot of Fords. This one here is actually a Nissan. It's the Nissan Titan XD, it looks like. But very, very nice. Just stunning. This one has a bit of a kind of a casting flaw right there. You see where the hood joins, it's very, very poor. But I mean, overall, nice truck, really heavy, all metal. But this one here, 2018 Nissan Titan, 808, fairly low. And we got the trailer, which is basically the exact same thing you just saw. This one here is just done in orange. Very cool, textured wood, all metal, minus the fenders, and obviously these little guys here are plastic. But yeah, pretty cool. If you like the green lights, these are typically the hitch and tow. Now, don't go with these trailers matching the trucks, because like I said, these were bought in a large lot of diecast. these trucks most likely didn't come with all of these trailers per se. Alright, we'll take a look at a few trucks that don't have trailers and don't even have hitches. This one here is, I can't read that, General Motor Fleet Police. Not sure what that is, but a very nice little truck. This is the Chevrolet. Very cool. Gotta love the attention to detail on these. The big ram bar in the front. Now this one doesn't really have too much of a detail for lights. You see on like this particular one, they went to great lengths to make the lights. This one they did not. Very cool. And of course, that light bar. They really got to stop doing that. This one here is 3044. I think that just kind of really starts to ruin the model when you know, Greenlight don't get me wrong, makes an amazing casting, but then they go and they do that. Just, to me, it kind of wrecks it. But we got the Border Patrol. Pretty cool. This is the 2018 Chevrolet Silverado 3500. Very cool. Very nice. U.S. Customs and Border Protection. Big old dually. This is a later release. Has the plastic base. Very cool. Well, actually, that's an interesting. I just noticed that looking through the light. You can actually. Oh, they must have changed. Let me grab just the other model real quick. All right, sorry about that. I don't have a Chevy dually, but I do have the Ford, and what I'm noticing is they changed at least on the Chevy one. You can see right through the fender. See how the I don't know if that's a defect or if they changed that, but it doesn't go all the way up to the top. On this version, this is a Ford model, but it does have the metal base. You can see that they've actually cast it in the fender walls with the base to fill in that gap. And on the plastic version, all they did was put a little tiny tab there. But the fender doesn't actually come up and fill it anymore. Interesting. I never noticed that till right now. The front does, but the back does not. Yeah, it's not ideal. You're going to lose a lot of stuff in the back of your pickup if it's wide open like that to the road. Not a big fan of that, that's for sure. We got the Ford F-150. Again, this gentleman must have liked his Fords. The shell truck. Very cool. Actually, this one here has a red interior, which is kind of cool. But nice to get the Shell logo on the hood. All metal. 2016 Ford F-150. My most favorite truck here is going to be this guy here, the Chevy Silverado. It's an absolutely stunning truck. Like I say, I wish they had some opening features on them. This one has very tinted windows. It does have black interior, but it does have really smoked glass. This one here is a 2018 Chevy truck, but very nice. Quite like that. But yeah, I'm not sure why they changed the why they did that exactly. I don't know if that's just on this particular casting. I'll have to get out some of my other castings and double check them. Alright, move on to some more interesting vehicles. This one here is the only one I have that's a Jeep. I just thought I'd leave it to the end. It's kind of a neat casting. Big rubber tires, nicely detailed as a Rubicon. Very, very cool. This is 2013 Jeep Wrangler Rubicon. But it does have a removable top. And the interior is done quite well. Quite impressed with that. The red seats. Now, I don't know if they come with like that type of interior from factory, but having the little removable roof, that is a pretty cool feature. We got the NYPD Tow Truck. Absolutely stunning. This casting here does lack the amount of metal. You can tell that Greenlight is definitely cutting back on the amount of metal they use, cheapening their models a little bit. But the only part that's metal is just this cab. All this other stuff is all plastic. Which a lot of this stuff is typical, but they could at least did a metal base or something. But still looks nice and it still displays well. Displays well. Sorry. You have to remember that these are not designed to be played with, and they are, you know, a display purpose model. So for display purposes, it being plastic or metal is not really going to change too much. But very cool. Does have dually tires, which are rubber. But like I say, only the cab is metal on this model, and they are most certainly lacking on the light bars. We got this awesome trailer. I prefer the old school style trailers, which I've previewed on the channel many times, but their level of detailing that they put into these is absolutely awesome. Some of the trailers came with awnings and stuff. This particular model does not, but just absolutely stunning. Winnebago. Got the propane tanks on the front. Very heavy, solid metal casting. So metal trailer, metal base. Got like the old school TV antenna, your air conditioner. Very, very cool. This one's actually a pretty low number as well. 190. This is a 2016 Winnebago. Very cool. And then we got the ever popular, cute little Canada Post truck. I'm in Canada, so that's pretty cool. Most people watching this will probably want the USPS truck, but very cool. Nicely detailed. They do the other truck as well. This does have an opening. This little guy does open up, I believe, but I don't have anything small enough to fit in there. But Canada Postal Service, very cool. Don't see a ton of these vehicles on the road anymore. They've kind of changed it, because these were the right-hand drive, so it was easier for them to deliver because they're on the wrong side of the road, so they're at the mailboxes. But pretty neat casting, fairly solid. It does have a plastic base, but the top is all die cast. Very nice. Rubber tires. Sweet little casting. Right, move on to some big rig stuff. First up is going to be the Fire Department Emergency Medical Service. Love the emergency vehicles and whatnot. Definitely collect that stuff. Very, very nice. So this one here is missing a mirror, which I don't have, but just have to display it this way. But looks pretty sweet though. All in all, nice little casting. Very heavy casting. The light bars, again, to me, mediocre. Could definitely improve on those. I mean, at least this one's got colors to it. Got the red, the white, the yellow in the center. But the little details that they put in, like I said, everything else is just, they shouldn't be missing out on something so minuscule as that. Plastic base. I don't know if this tells me the year of it. 2013 International Durastar. Very cool. But neat little vehicle. Now this one here has been used in many variations for other stuff. We got the cement truck. This is pretty neat. Lots of detailing that went into the work for the loader and whatnot. Very, very cool. Quite like that. Cab is pretty sweet. Now the cab is the only thing metal on this one as well, but tons and tons of detailing. I mean, even they went to the lengths of like even putting the little hood strap on. Very impressive. It's pretty cool because this is a Mac. Normally that would be a BulldDog on there, but of course it's really hard to make out that that's a BulldDog, but pretty cool. Got the ladder. This guy here does spin. Pretty neat. This does have a metal cab and a metal base. It's got rubber tires and duals all in the back, which are all rubber. Pretty sweet little casting. No markings of like brands for what this is, but pretty cool. But you do have to be careful. Like a lot of these mirrors and stuff are very fragile. Definitely just for a display purpose only. Last one up is going to be the Aviation Unit Police. Very cool. This truck has been used tons and re-released with different logos and everything else, but pretty neat truck. NYPD Police. Very cool. Got the NYPD Police there. Nice detailing now, even like with the little fender flares. Pretty cool. This one does have an opening back, which I can tell you right now, whoever had this last time went to do it because they put a mark on it. These are a pain to get open. It's a metal cab, metal base, and all these tires are rubber. Even these guys here. So pretty cool. This one here is it's a International Work Star. Very cool. And it's a 2018. But pretty neat. This one here, this particular truck, came with a bunch of accessories as well. The only accessories that I got with this were the cones. So it comes with 4 cones. But it also would have came with some little barricade things that have the police logos and stuff on them. But obviously, those did not come with a lot, which isn't a big deal. I wouldn't display them probably anyway. Mostly just looking for the truck. But all this stuff up here obviously is plastic as well. But nicely detailed. All right, that's going to wrap it up for this video. Hopefully everybody enjoyed. I don't open too much of my diecast for Greenlight just because I don't have the space. For instance, these big trucks here, they don't fit in really anything. So I bought this lot hopefully just so everybody could see some of these items out of the package if maybe you haven't or someone else hasn't reviewed them online. Pretty sweet castings though. I collect a ton of Greenlight. If you like that, definitely stay tuned to the channel. Hopefully everybody enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Bye.